What's going on, everybody? This is Beyond Organic Brooklyn, and we make the best out of small spaces in city backyards. This is my backyard, and today what I have for you is a raised bed build. Right off the bat, before I do anything, I'm inspecting the boards. I got 3 boards, 1x8 at 8 feet long. I'm checking to see which board I want to cut into the shorter sides and which boards I want front and center, where they have the prettiest appeal to be what everybody sees. All right, now I'm just laying out the boards on the sawhorse. After cuts are squared away, it's time to paint them with linseed oil. Linseed oil is a great solution for using untreated wood. After I painted the linseed oil on, it looks like it's gonna be like a golden yellow, but it actually comes back to its natural color. But I left them out there to dry, and it rained the next morning, and I can see the beads of water roll off. And it's a great solution if you're using untreated wood. It's actually a really good protective coat. I'm using an old shirt to wipe down the excess linseed oil so that the linseed oil doesn't dry in a gummy state and gets absorbed by the wood. Pilot drill 3 holes, and what I'm doing is the top and bottom will have a smaller deck screw. I think it's about 1.25 inches, and then I have a longer deck screw for the middle, which is 3 inches, so that it goes in deep. It's important to drill straight and line up so that your screw doesn't come out of the other end. The thickness of the 1x8 is the actual size is 0.75 inches. Although it says 1x8, the actual is 0.75. So you can see that it overlaps the board on both sides. So that's where the 0.75 and the 0.75 give you the extra 1.5 inches. So that's why I cut the 3-foot section of the bed to 3 feet, 1.5 inches to cover that opening and give me 3 feet inside of actual usage. Essentially, I built 2 boxes. I'm just showing you how to make 1 box here. You could use just 1 bed. This would be 8 inches high, but since I'm stacking 2 high, I'll have a 16-inch bed. And you could essentially go as high as you want. The material is relatively light since I'm doing only an 8x3 bed, and the boards I'm using are 1x8. So I was able to lift it by myself, but keep in mind, should you increase the size of the bed, 8x4 or longer or wider, and increase the size of the board you're using, like 2x10, 2x12, keep in mind it's gonna be really heavy to move it like this. So, try to have someone help you out. I took a 2x3 at 8 feet long and cut into 1-foot sections. And then I took the linseed oil and covered it in linseed oil and drilled 2. First, you make it flush with the top of the bed so that you can use it to support the rail in the next step that I'll show you, so you can sit on the edge of your bed. And then 1 in the bottom lower part so that it ties them together and they're perfectly flush. And I chose 8, so you got 4 corners, and then you can put 2 braces along each of the longer sides, and just a little extra, but it felt really good when I put them together. Over here, I'm just painting the ends of the ledge with linseed oil, just to add the extra layer of protection since this is untreated regular wood. Alright, so here I'm putting in the short ledge. So this, you just have to measure it out so that it goes all the way to the ends. Because if you try to use an 8-foot piece on the long side, you won't be able to make it end to end. So this way is the best way to do it, where you cut the pieces so that they cover the, in my case, the 3-foot side completely and go all the way to the edge. And then with those supports, those corner supports in place, it's easy to put 2 screws in there to secure them. Okay, here I realized I should put a block in there so that the long ledge terminates at a secure point at the end. So here I drilled a small 4-inch or 5-inch block to the corner posts, and again I covered them with linseed oil because they're going to be in the dirt. So like I said before, the reason I take the shorter ledge all the way to the end is because the 8-foot piece won't fit the entire longer side of the length. So this way, instead, you cut it down a few inches, and then it fits perfectly right inside if you measure correctly. So here, once you get the initial corner piece in, you just keep going down the length of the bed, and you put 2 screws at every support. As you can see across from where I'm drilling, there's a support, then there'll be another one, and then put in the final corner, and then you do the exact same thing for the other side.